Steve McAlphabet, and let me say a little something about my journey. I'm starting here today on Siesta Key in Sarasota, Florida. That's where I grew up. This was my beach of choice when I was growing up. So I've got it pretty good, and other beaches just don't match up. This has been named the #1 beach in the world on previous occasions, and the sand is so soft, the water is so warm. It's a pretty nice place to grow up, and it's a pretty nice place to visit, and it's a pretty nice place to live. And I've been living nearer to Lido Key, which is my beach of choice these days, or has been. But before I kick off on this cross-country motorcycle journey today, I got to spend a few days here on Siesta Key, and it's been really amazing, lovely. These healing sands, healing waters. So the journey ahead has me riding from Sarasota to Seattle over the next 4 months. I should get to Seattle in mid-July, I think. Yeah, late July, I think. And then coming back. And my goal has been to ride to all 48 contiguous states. And in the last 3 years, I've ridden to 40 of them. This year, I will ride to 24, including the 8 I've not ridden to yet. So when I get to North Dakota, I will have ridden to all 48 contiguous states. And that's one of my goals here. But also my goal is to travel, to find out more about other people, other aspects of America. And traveling on a motorcycle, you get to see the world in a much different way. So I will share some of that with you, with some footage I share along the way, and also about where we are as people and as a country. And I'm trying to decide thematically how am I going to be sharing this journey, and it's just going to be a day-by-day adventure. I have a theory that I have called ABC squared economics over the last 10 years. And on a personal level, it's really a heart, mind, body, spirit thing. And I will be addressing those things along the way. Where we are emotionally, artistically, the kind of world we're creating, what new information have we discovered, and what do we know about the world, and how do we move forward, and then how do we deal with the world we're living in, and provide good health for ourselves, for our community, for our environment, and all that. And then spiritually, I'm going to be talking a lot about that, I think, because I came out of a Christian background when I was young, and still have a deep affinity for Jesus Christ. While I'm not a huge fan of the Roman Catholic Church or any of its subsidiaries, I appreciate their role in history. I appreciate their role in our evolution, but I do believe we are onto a much greater spiritual development beyond all of these man-made religions. So I'm going to be talking a lot about that along the way. I'm going to be visiting a lot of people I've met on couchsurfing.com who I've never met before, but I've stayed with a good 40 couch surfers so far in the last 3 years, and they're fascinating people, so I'm going to talk more to them and share those on this channel, along with all the music you're going to get. Every day you get a new song or an old song repurposed or somehow, but I'm going to be visiting a few different intentional communities as well, people who live off the grid, live a little more sustainably, and it's going to be an interesting journey across America. So I hope you subscribe to this. I hope you share videos with your friends. When I do get on something, some kind of a key point, I'll be wanting to say a little something about it. So if you see that, let me say a little something. That means I'm preaching about something, or maybe teaching. And if you have one of those videos that you resonate with, please share it with your people. Comment on it, like it. Comment on this one if you want to. But my first year out, I set out to motorcycle music across America. The second year, I created a documentary about Will Rogers and visited memorials to Will Rogers, performed shows as Will Rogers. And last year, I did a songwriting tour. This year is about playing music. Again, it's motorcycle music across America. So I am showing my documentary at the Will Rogers Memorial Museum on June 20th. which is going to be great. But I'm not going to be performing as Will. I had a beard this year, so I can't do Will Rogers right now. And in this political climate, not something I really want to do. And I really want to share my songs a lot. So I'm going to be busking most places I go. If you know of any place that would like me to actually get on a stage and do something, I have a PA that I can gladly provide that with. If you want me to come over to your house and play for your pets, I'll do that too. So anywhere you are in America across the way, if I'm coming your way, let me know. I'd love to meet up. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy a little bit more of Sarasota before I leave. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I don't share a lot of my normal life living here in Sarasota, because Sarasota has been known as paradise. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is just beautiful. And I get to live here, you know? And so life is pretty good for me. And I think sometimes, you know, I was telling a friend the other night, when there's no struggle, there's no story, you know? And because I have it so good here, I really don't have a whole heck of a lot to say about my life. And I hadn't really wanted to get on here and just start spewing my opinions on politics and stuff, but I'm not really doing anything. You know, when I'm a tour guide, I say the exact same thing every single time for an hour and a half. So there's no new material there. And as a substitute teacher, there are only so many of those stories I really want to tell. And like I said, I'm living in paradise. There's no stories to tell. But out on the road, I'm probably going to face a little struggle. Even the challenge of putting gas in it can be a struggle. So it's going to be quite the adventure. And important. And it's going to be a lot of stories to tell. So, point being, when I'm here, I've often said that if you're an artist, I mean, I'm a native here in Sarasota, so if you're a native artist, you're here pretty much to rehearse, to practice, and I've said before, be inspired. But I don't really get that inspired here. Honestly, it's just a little bit too good. Most of the songs I've written, more than half of them have been written on the road somewhere. That's where I'm inspired. So I'll be doing some more stuff here, and I will be more actively involved in sharing videos and sharing things like that. Hopefully they all won't be this shaky, but it's one of those things. So I'm excited to be taking this trip. I hope you join me along the way, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Talk to you soon. Bye.